Hi, welcome to Aura Sims. I'm Kiki, and I'm going to be doing a room build with the stuff kits today. This is, as you can see, a new empty lot. We have our regular kits across the street, which is where I've done a few of them already, as you can see there. And in the rest of the neighborhood, over here, I have some other stuff that I've actually done as well, which you can't really see right now, but we are going to go ahead and start doing like the stuff pack rooms because I really wanted to try something besides just the kits right now. I do have some for creator kits coming up. I did realize in a previous video that I did the sleek bathroom kit that was also a creator kit, and I did not say that because I didn't pay attention. My bad. Absolutely my bad there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the stuff pack wheel here. We're going to spin it really quick because my computer doesn't like it apparently. And we are going to go ahead and do that really quickly to find out which one we're working with right now. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Woo! All right. And we are going to use Home Chef Hustle. Okay. Okay. So we got that going. Home Chef Hustle. So let's go ahead here and bring up the items that we have. Now, going down to the stuff kit, since we're not using the others kits, here's what we have for our Home Chef Hustle. Now, I don't have any sort of like room in mind as of yet, and I have forgotten once again. What's a high spell move? Do that. Okay. And we'll do this. Get some of this stuff going. Now, I haven't actually gone through and played with some of this stuff as of yet. But this will be nice to actually go through because I myself, funnily enough, have gone to culinary school. So I do actually have a background when it comes to the culinary world there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some of this stuff in here. I like these hanging shelves. We got some pretty nice little setup here. And I'm wondering, it doesn't have like, it doesn't actually have here. Let me see. Like a dining area or not. So I'm just shoving a bunch of stuff on that. So this goes in there. Okay, cool. So this is basically what we have here. Let's do afternoon, make it brighter. That changes everything. And so these ones, which are hanging shelves, so cine hanging shelves. So we need to do a high room. Now let me see how I want to do this. Let's go ahead here. I think I want to have a foundation of some sort because I kind of think that might help. So let's go ahead here and we'll just pick a room size. Any room size should work right now. Let's move this up a little bit. Perfect. Now we're going to do some walls. Let's do that. And I believe we can do this and do the tallest walls that we have possible. Perfect. We will definitely need those. Now, let me see here. I kind of don't want this section here because we want to have a spot like this. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of this wall here. Now, the one thing I didn't really see, and I'm checking this stuff here, is lighting. I'm not seeing lighting. Okay, so we'll have to add our own lighting into this. So let me go ahead and take a peek here. Now, this here, I kind of want to have it open. So let me go ahead and do this. And if you're hearing a baby scream, mind you, that's my cat. And she doesn't like me talking to people because she's got a huge case of the FOMO. And when she has the FOMO, she is not a fan of sharing me with people. As you could tell, she does not want to stop. Now, let's see here. Actually, let's do this. Let's close it up and see if we can put like one of these spandrels. We might have to use something besides Home Chef Hustle for spandrels. I want to keep it pretty on the neutral side here. Oh, I don't really like that though, because then it opens up the sides as well, and I still want the sides. Let me go ahead and replace this. Let me get, okay, are any of these like, maybe, let me see here. Now, Ada, kitty, meow, stop. Meow, meow, stop, stop. I swear, my cat, I love her to death, but she is so loud. So loud. Okay, well, let's try to do, yeah, I love you too, babe. I love you too. Let's try doing like that. Let me see how the walls look right here. Get that, because then that's pretty okay there. And then we can put this right here. Right? Does that, I mean, it looks a little awkward. Maybe do it like that. So it closes off this section here. Okay. Now you're, because then now you're walking up, and I kind of want to put, I'll put like a fence right here, I think. Trying to figure this out is definitely delightful. So let's go ahead here and we'll do this. And then we can easily like move this over. So it's like that. And the spandrel's there. So you can kind of see inside the kitchen and see that there's people moving around. Now, do I want this to go this way? So we want room for people to actually get in there. Okay. Or smaller than that. Kind of. Because I don't want them to be able to like get in here, but then I kind of want a back door for people to actually be able to come into the property. And let's see here. Do this. Just something small. Like they need a little entrance to get into the property themselves on the side. Just like a easy like little step here, and then they can get inside the door there. Now let's go ahead and grab the same little fence I was using here. Do it like that, and then we can put the stairs right here. I put like a little like employees only door. Now let's see. If I want anything like this. No, I think I just want the one side. Now let's see here. Can I? No, let's undo that. We want to keep the wall up because we want some sort of semblance of like we're keeping this connected like that. Because then we could put, I mean, I was thinking, I guess, I don't know. We have all this stuff here, but if we had a spot for, let's see here, like for them to come in here. Let me see. Is there an employees only door of any sort? Ooh, rainbow door. That's not an employees only. Let's see here. I mean, we can do that. Make it like look like it's a business door there. Maybe put off to the side there. And then they walk in. I don't know. I'll figure that out in a second. But I do want to utilize these bad boys in some way. Because, no, that doesn't work for that. Like, because they hang up. I don't really like that, though. Can you change what's on there? Like, does it have to be... No, we could do white, neutrals. That's not giving me, like, too many recipe items. It's just... Let's see here. That's... Yeah, that's not, like, doing what I want it to do. It just looks like it's just sitting up here at the very, very top. Like, it's... Like, there's no way to bring it down. That is so strange. Okay. Let's see here. Because I kind of want people to be able to see it from behind. So, like, when you're looking back, you can see, like, they have the storage there. And it's hanging. And if you don't know, I'm currently appeasing my animal who needs that sort of affection right now because she's unable to handle me talking to anybody that is not herself. So, I love my cat. She just doesn't like me talking to people in the slightest. Let's see here. Objects. Okay. What? Yeah, see, it doesn't go down. I mean, I can make it look like there's multiple there. It does have that kind of like setup where you can make it look like a big shelf unit. So, I mean, it's just the same thing over and over again. I don't like that, though. I mean, can we get rid of this and then maybe add, like, that in the center? And then they have that in the center because I think these are shelves, right? Yeah, those are double shelves. And now, is there stuff that we can add like this? Like, we got a few different colors. We have different, like, choices. Let's see here. Do that. And, like, maybe dark ones? There we go. Now, can anything fit in the center as well? Oh, it can. So we can do a couple extras. I don't want it to be totally the same. We'll just plates. Okay. So it looks like there's extra plates up there. And, though I kind of feel like we should put, like, a set of stairs up. But there's nothing that would go to. Now, this is very interesting. So when you come in, I kind of feel like, let's go to the doors here. Let's go to half walls. Yes, I'm fully aware that Home Chef Hustle does not have half walls, but I kind of feel like even if you're using like a different kit or something, you should be able to like access these even with doing that. So there we go there. But technically, how big is this wall here? No, these are not small enough. Let's see. No. Let's see. Kind of want it as big as the door. Let's see, is this one as big as the door? Yes. Okay. That way you don't, like, you can walk right in and then you're in the room here. Now this is where the kitchen's going to be set up. And I will get some colors in here. I think I actually want to go ahead and just do something like basic gray or something. Or at least a little, like, pastel-y number here. Actually, how does the plaster look in there? Do they have a lighter plaster? They do. Okay. Screw that. We're going to do plaster. Let's see. Dark plaster. Just a nice white. Okay. That's nice. We'll just do it like that. And that's just kind of like uniform. And then we can add a little bit of color somewhere else. Now let's put this in here because it does show that there's like a setup here. Now what I kind of want to do is I want to have a line. And if you don't know what a line is, basically when you're getting stuff like off the line to go serve it, you have like a spot where you put everything. Well, I think right here would be a really good spot for that. And then we can have like all the cook stuff back here. I don't think I can add that to the wall here. Oh, I can. Okay. There we go. So let's see here. And then we'll have this stuff up here. Now let's do it down a little bit. All right. Do they have a way to change the wall trim? I wish they just had one that was like flush. Do they have one that's flush? Oh, they don't. This is so stupid. Ugh. I hate that. Because see, it just cuts into this and it's so stupid. Okay. Well, then we'll just move this over here. Maybe we'll make that the walkway to come into the kitchen. Maybe put a trash can or something down there. But let's do this and make it white. Make it blend in just a little bit there. Now I do have other things like this, which are shelving units, which we can utilize, but I kind of feel like I want to utilize those somewhere else, depending on how we have it set up, because I kind of like it like that. But let's see, the floor. Okay, well, the floor, let's use some masonry. We can just use like some basic. I actually want kind of like a rocky floor. I'm kind of thinking of my own kitchen. Like when I go to work, I do have a kitchen floor that looks kind of like that. Lighten up the space. There we go. This is one that we can just easily take out here too, so that way it's all connected. Save money on the costs. Say that. All right. Hey, no, give me that. Okay. Put that in there. Let's get the stove in here. We got this going in, and then we have a bunch of like these little random items that we can eventually get like set up. Like, see, put something like that right there. I will see what that is because I do not know what it is exactly. Here's some more plates, and then we're gonna have a spot behind like the counters where we're gonna have plates and things, and some of these like random items that you would have in a kitchen. Like if you work in a professional kitchen, there's spots for spices, there's spots for plates. If you're going to be dishing up something to go and like serve to anybody else, you're going to want to have like, yeah, you're going to want to have it all set up a certain way. Now with this, because it is going to be like a commercial kitchen, I think I'm going to do, put that there, do this. Let's copy this. And we will have two. If you can't hear that, it is storming out there so bad. So bad. Let's see. You know, let's move this down here really quick. And then I'm going to change the wall. Maybe I will do it the smaller wall because then it won't aggravate me as much. And it won't aggravate that lovely like little, let's see here. Maybe this one. I'll do this instead. I'm trying to find something that won't aggravate this if I have it here. And now it doesn't cut off there. Again, I wish it was kind of a little bit more flush so that way like this was all just like one thing and there wasn't like any overlap for that little hang there. But see, because it looks so freaking weird. So freaking weird. Because we're going to be putting some of these in here, like this. Now, what is this? This is a drying rack. Okay, well, we will have a spot for that sort of thing as well. Now, let me get this. I'll put it here. Do I not have them connecting? Click on here. Yes, automatic placement for that should be on. So go ahead and do this. Come on. There you go. Good job, you. And then you can see down there, you got the cutting boards, which is very, very nice. Perfect. Okay. Now, here we'll need some vents. Okay. Should I do it double-sided? Like, I kind of feel like I should because then I can go ahead and move this over here. Add another one of these right here. Or I can go ahead and move this over this way. Move this right there. Move that down there. And then we can have a little spot in between for the chefs so they're not, like, causing issues with one another. So I have this right next to where the sink is. It's not going to be like how it like you usually have it in like a triangle, like where you're supposed to have everything in the kitchen. But if we're having multiple chefs, we want to make sure that we are, in fact, giving them the space to do their job. Because when in doubt, give them space to figure it out. So we'll do that there. We can get rid of this one. I'm going to copy that over. And technically, I like the way that looks right there. So we'll do this. Oh, hello. I have that in the corner there. No, I don't like that. Okay, I'll get rid of this. But I kind of like this corner because, like, you see how they have some storage stuff in there? That's actually pretty neat. Let's see here. Let's go back to Home Chef. There. Now, let me take a peek here. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, the knife blocks we want accessible. Put it there. Spice rack we want, like, up here. Extra plates, because extra plates will be needed. What is this? Aesthetic Messy Pizza. That could be what they're working on for the food of the day here. have that looking in there. This is another item that can sit on the shelf because it's one of those items that you use consistently. And then this one could be working on, it's a clotted cream and jam, so they're working on something on this stove, they're working on that on that stove. Now there is a mixer. Let's see. Well, maybe, let's see. I'm trying to figure this out because I think if I add more of these, do it this way. Wait. Do it like that because it was making it look weird. Let's see, can I do it so it's connected like this, or will it? It looks weird, doesn't it? Erg. Yeah, I know it looks weird. I'm trying to fix it, Bubba. Yeah. Like that. Okay. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, we're trying to just make sure it's like conforming to it a little bit. Like that. Okay. And then we have the entrance to the kitchen here. But I think I need to make this wall a little bit longer and move it down like one more. Because then they have ways to get in and out. And then we have our little like areas here where we can put some stuff. Let's grab a copy of this bad boy. Because this long shelf is right there. Very neat. Let's see, can I connect it? No. Like we can do two right there. So it's like in the way, but it looks like it's part of the kitchen. Now let me change the color because I don't know if I want to do like a tanny kitchen, bright kitchen. I've been using yellows and some other stuff, so I think I'm gonna stick with the tan. I like the tan. I don't think it's bad. Let's see here. Do that. I'm gonna keep the items that come with it just like regular, but let's do this. Let's do that. Can I have changed this one to that one? There we go. Why are you going away? Okay, that one's already the tan color. Now let's change this to that lovely pretty color as well. Everything is going to be changed to this like tannish color. Just because I like the way it looks in the kitchen. Let's see here. And it makes it kind of neat looking. And yes, it is overlapping, and yes, it's clipping, but you know, it's for aesthetics purposes only. So we're not really worried about it too much because we want to make sure that it's actually working. Let's see. Does that actually look good with that? Do they have one that's a little bit more? Okay. Well, I'm trying. There we go. And then which one did I use for this one? Okay. I used the right one. Just wanted to double check. Okay. Now that I had a drying rack. Did I just get rid of my drying rack? I think I did. Because now that I can actually use it, let's put the drying rack back. Sure. Nope. Okay. Well, we don't want to do lighting. Technically, that's considered light. Wait, is that considered lighting? This is power efficiency. Power efficiency. We'll still put some lighting in here. Where is the drying rack? There you are. Right there. And we'll just keep this. No, not the plaster. The drying rack. There we go. No, I pushed the wrong button. That is my bad. There we go. Perfect. And then they could put the food here and get it sent out. They have a couple of those mechanisms there. Let's put this item. Let me see here. Well, it could be stored. Are you not wanting to turn? No, you're not. But then the pizza oven I'm going to keep there just because that's probably like fresh food. When you're in a kitchen, you want to make sure it's fresh. You like it when it's fresh. Nobody likes bad food that is not fresh. That's just the way it is. Okay. Now we need some lights overhead. I think I'm going to stick with something like a little bit, yeah, like that. There we go there. There we go there. We want one above here. And then we can do some just spotlights like this coming in to the kitchen. Probably Just do that instead. So that's good there. Neat. Now this area, it's a very strange build. It is very strange. I don't know if they'll be able to use this because the way that I have that little corner set up, because it wasn't working the way I wanted it to work, but it looks cute like this, and it's basically for show. It's basically for show. Now, do we have, let's see here. I know I've used all the items there. I have this for storage there. Do we have any like posters or something for a kitchen that we can add in? I know I've looked for it before. Like this is colorful fruits. We have like, there we go. I mean, it's such a strange thing to put in the kitchen because it's supposed to be like a normal kitchen, but we have like a whiteboard. Is that something they have in here? White. No, they have picket fences. That doesn't work. That's not what we want there. I mean, technically this is everything in the kit in the actual room here. I just wanted something that was a little less, I don't know, sterile. I mean, it's an easy like little space. I mean, we have the dishwasher, we have the sink, we have no trash can, which I'm now realizing we probably need a trash can. So where's the kitchen? Let's see. We can do a nice little trash can there. I mean, it's not something you would see in an industrial grade kitchen, but you know, it needs a lid. It needs a lid. It doesn't have a lid, but it works. Do they have a different color for it though? Let's see. That's a little bit better. Okay. A little bit more dingy. But I like that. They have a way to get in over there. Let's get some stairs. So we want some like outside stairs. Something that matches. Let's see here. Where are you going? Sit there. Flip you around. Hey, come on, behave. Flip around. It's still not the right color. Okay. Let's get rid of that one. And let's do this. We'll do it like that. There we go. And then, oh, of course it looks weird. Of course it looks weird. Now switch it around. Get rid of that. Oh crap, no. Get back. I never knew this was going to be so infuriating. There we go. This. There we go. We only need the one, so we don't need anything additional here. And technically, with the trash, we can take it outside and have a trash outside. And actually just keep that inside too. Let's go ahead and move that. If you don't know how to do that, where you just like free move it around, go ahead and when you have BB dot move objects on, you can actually hold Alt after you've clicked the item. So you have to click the item, because if you just click the item and then like you have to see, once you have it clicked, once you have it clicked, if you hold Alt, you can do this, because otherwise it won't move. But there we go there. So that's nice. It allows it to be a little bit easier to work with. So let me go ahead. It also allows you to move things a little easier as well. So we have this all there. I don't know if I want rugs in the kitchen. I mean, we do have some black mats in our kitchen, so it's easy to have like stuff in there. So let me see. Do we have where is just, I could have easily gone to the single items and just clicked on the rugs, but I want some industrial. Oh, that works. Like industrial grate mats. Heck yes. There we go. And then maybe one over here next to that section right there. And then let's see, do we have a different color? Let's make it brighter. There we go. Okay, that still looks a little strange for me. So let's see, do we do it like this? Okay, and copy that outright. And then we can do this and make it look like it's just like one big little industrial rug going across the floor there. Like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be like the safety spots, like right in front of the actual fridge and stuff. And then over here, I don't want a floral because there's no reason to do floral. So let's do this, and then they can have one right there. Prevent slipping. There's no reason for anyone to come into the kitchen here, but just in case there's like room for the employees to stand around while they're waiting for a dish to be created or served. And then we can add this. There we go. Now let's do this. And that way, if somebody wants to come up and see some of the items that are being cooked right there, right in front of them, because they'll have like maybe specials of the day that they can do there, like a pizza or, you know, something they could put up on the racks so people could just easily buy while they're hanging out there. And then we could just do that. I mean, it's going to be something that's a little easy, strange, a little weird. How do I do the whole room here? Because this is technically a part of that room. That's very strange. Very strange. Okay. I don't know how that's going to work, but we will go ahead here. Save the room, see how that looks. Okay, so that's just this room. You have that in there as well. We'll call it a kitchen because this is going to be the... We'll call it the chef kitchen. Now, I'm absolutely horrible. Let me actually go back out here. It's Home Chef Hustle. Okay. I was seriously having a moment there where I was like, what are we talking about? So Home Chef Hustle build. Just call it the room there. And then it'll be Chef Kitchen. And that would be it. We just do that little room there. You have an entrance coming outside. You can obviously alter it the way you see fit, but then we go ahead and upload it and we call it a day. And voila, you have a Home Chef Hustle room where you have a little kitchen set up. You have a couple stoves. You have a couple trinkets here or there. And it's actually pretty easy. So if you want to go ahead and download it for your game, it's going to be on the gallery under Pixioid. That's Pixioid. And thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and subscribe and have a wonderful day. Dag dag.